Everybody has listened about how the global warming is all real, giving significant and harmful effects on our communities, our health, and our climate. Record health, melting ice, and rising seas show how climate change is affecting us. But what is global warming? What causes global warming? Are the effects of global warming real that bad? Can we fix global warming? Or maybe it is too late to do anything about it? I am your host, Juan Francisco, and it is documentally will we talk about a very important topic, the global warming.
For 2.5 million years, the Earth's climate has fluctuated, cycling from ice ages to warmer periods. But in the last century, the planet's temperature has risen unusually fast, about 1.2 to 1.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Scientists believe it's human activity that's driving the temperatures up, a process known as global warming. Ever since the Industrial Revolution began, factories, power plants, and eventually cars have burned fossil fuels such as oil and coal, releasing huge amounts of carbon dioxide and other gases into the atmosphere. These greenhouse gases trap heat near the Earth through a naturally occurring process called the greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect begins with the sun and the energy it radiates to the Earth. The Earth and the atmosphere absorb some of this energy, while the rest is radiated back into space. Naturally occurring gases in the atmosphere trap some of this energy and reflect it back, warming the Earth. Scientists now believe that the greenhouse effect is being intensified by the extra greenhouse gases that humans have released. Evidence for global warming includes a recent string of very warm years. Scientists report that 1998 was the warmest year in measured history, with 2005 coming in second. Meanwhile, readings taken from ice cores show that the greenhouse gases carbon dioxide and methane have hit their highest levels in the past 420,000 years. Arctic sea ice is also shrinking. According to NASA studies, the extent of Arctic sea ice has declined about 10% in the last 30 years. As long as industrialized nations consume energy, and developing countries increase their fossil fuel consumption, the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere will continue to rise. Researchers predict that temperatures will increase about 2 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit by the end of the century. What's less certain is what rising temperatures mean for the planet. Some climate models predict subtle changes. Others forecast rising sea levels which could flood coastal areas around the world. Weather patterns could change, making hurricanes more frequent. Severe droughts could become more common in warm areas, and species unable to adapt to the changing conditions would face extinction. Although much remains to be learned about global warming, many organizations advocate cutting greenhouse gas emissions to reduce the impact of global warming. Consumers can help by saving energy around the house, switching to compact fluorescent light bulbs, and driving fewer miles in the car each week. These simple changes may help keep the Earth cooler in the future.
We've asked some of the most commonly questioned about climate change and its impact to an expert on global warming topic. This is the interview.
Number 1. What is the global warming?
Global warming refers to an increase of average global temperatures. Global warming is a gradual heating on Earth's surface, oceans, and atmosphere.
Number 2. What causes global warming?
Our atmosphere is made up of gases such as nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon dioxide, and water vapor, which act like a blanket draped around the planet. Some of these gases, such as carbon dioxide, water vapor, and methane, absorb heat, reducing the amount that it escapes to space, and increasing global temperatures.
Number 3. What roles do women actively play in the current global warming trend?
The overwhelming consensus among climate scientists is that the most of the increase is due to human economic activity, especially the burning of fossil fuels and deforestation. These activities contribute to buildup in carbon dioxide and other gases in Earth's atmosphere.
Number 4. What are the environment effects of global warming?
Melting polar ice caps, the collapse of vegetation and wildlife, and violent surges of hurricanes more rampant in the past are all concerning reasons to understand how climate change can affect the many facets on the planet Earth. Global warming doesn't just mean the Earth's getting warmer. Global warming's massive impact on social, economic, and physical health are areas of great distress.
Number 5. What are the social effects of global warming?
With rising global temperature, even the smallest things we took for granted will be sorely missed. Without having nature on our side, the food industry will fall apart. Without the resources to feed the world, manufacturing will collapse. Hunger will be our biggest battle.
Number 6. Should we be worried about climate change?
If you can't stand to go without power during a thunderstorm, imagine our whole electrical infrastructure going off the grid. Our fresh water supply will greatly diminish with global warming. Beautiful cities, even continents could one day be a part of the vast sea.
Number 7. Are we still of time to stop global warming?
The world is fast approaching a point of no return, beyond which extremely dangerous climate change's impact can become unavoidable. In a recent lecture at Georgetown University, World Bank President Jim Jong Kim reported that whether we are able to cut emissions enough to prevent catastrophe likely depends on the policies of world's largest economies. Delay in taking such action today will mean facing the need for much steeper cuts later, which will likely be more difficult and costly.
Number 8. Is there a solution for global warming?
There is no single solution to global warming. In order to effectively address global warming, we must significantly reduce the amount of heat-trapping emissions we are putting into the atmosphere. Many people and governments are already working hard to cut greenhouse gases, and everyone can help.
Number 9. What can we do to stop global warming?
If we accept, as we must, the broad scientific consensus that our pollution is accelerating these changes, then it is our challenge to stop putting carbon up into the air and to repower our society with clean, renewable energy. We don't need to wait for a government to find a solution for this problem. Each individual can bring an important help adopting a more responsible lifestyle. Starting from little everyday things, it's the only reasonable way to save our planet before it's too late.
Number 10. Could you please give up some ideas to help reduce global warming in our homes?
There are some simple things that everyone can do in order to fight against and reduce the global warming, such as replace a regular incandescent light bulb with a compact fluorescent light bulb. Cover your pots while cooking. Use a clothesline instead of a dryer whenever possible. Be sure you're recycling at home. Reduce waste, plant a tree. Buy organic food as much as possible. Reduce the number of miles you drive by walking, biking, carpooling, or taking mass transit whenever possible. Try car sharing.
As you can see, experiencing global warming is a real problem which affects you and we have to face the cause. However, we, as we contribute to raise gas entry and term, according with global warming but why do people want to global warming? No well is way open in this way however global change topic.
Do you believe in global warming?
Yes, I do, because for all the catastrophes that are on Earth nowadays are caused from it.
What do you think global warming is?
I think it's a big problem that concerns to humans, and if we keep going misbehaving, the Earth, it will be worse.
Do you think global warming is a serious problem?
Yes, and it will increase because the ice is melting faster and faster.
What do you think is the main cause of global warming?
I think it's all about human activities because all the pollution and greenhouse gases, etc., that go to the atmosphere.
Do you believe humans are responsible for global warming?
Of course we do, because we have made a lot of things against Earth.
Do you think it's a solution to global warming?
We need to accept that we have a problem. I think we can reduce it, but we can end it.
Do you think we can do something about global warming?
Yes, I do. I think humans should do things to save Earth, like pay attention to how you use water, things like go and recycling, etc.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
Fine, thanks. And how are you, Jesus?
I'm fine too, but this day is very warm.
As the sun brings my skin hot, it's time check yours too.
Maybe it is just one of the global warming effects.
Global warming, you say? What is global warming?
Global warming is the current increase in the temperature of the Earth's surface and well as in the atmosphere.
But what causes global warming?
I guess the main causes of global warming is our treatment of nature with the emission of greenhouse gases.
And what can we do to stop global warming?
We can see global warming between less hot and rain control. With global we show recycled products, plastic, and salt gas as we alter ways of emissions be will more.
We can all help reduce global warming. Global warming is the increase of Earth's average surface temperature due to the effect of greenhouse gases.
Using becomes a climate chart, what the global warming disease having the temporary health a series of 10 health years.
Global warming is primarily a problem of too much carbon dioxide in the atmosphere.
As we reinforce flesh emergency or blue and reinforcing carbon as to the harvest of Aston. Climate was mining and agriculture price harvest problem. Most climate are well demand cause of crop. Global warming is human expense.
Over the last century, global average temperature has increased by more than 1 Fahrenheit degree.
Name was years or when Arthur he holds 10 years. His work amid a country Greece and bear called Dyson a queen in an exalt die and worry night. We have only in solution the problem because if we will be a strong, beautiful planet around destroyed and turf destroyed planet, animals and plants.
Delayed action is also likely to make it more difficult and costly.